Hi guys, I'm Dibley and this is Dib's Shunting Yard, and this is a layout update video for January 2022. It's been a long time since I've done an update. You'll probably see a few things on there that you may not have seen unless you're following me on Instagram. I'm afraid I haven't got my gimbal with me today, so the camera action may be a little bit wobbly. Unfortunately, the gimbal has run out of charge and I didn't think to charge it up beforehand. I'm doing a layout update primarily because the layout's down in the lounge for a running session last night, and there's decent lighting in here, so I thought I'd try and go through a few things that you may not have seen. I'm trying not to cover bits that I've covered before, but we'll give it a go. So let's start over here first of all. As you can see, the 3DK Creamery finally has a roof. I don't think that was on last time you saw it. I had to get that done for the October open day for the club. Actually, most of these things were done quickly in haste to try and be ready for the open day. So down here where the engineering company and motor mechanics workshop will be, that's great. So I've just got in the lights. Hang on, let's come from the other angle. Okay, slightly better now. So we can see that I've put the fence along all the way to the engine shed and sort of a dirty patch. That's actually not as dark as it looks. As a shadow caused, I think, by the roof of the engine shed. We also, let's try and get around here gently. There's also a sign on the end of the motor mechanics garage, and that's a sign that says Ivor J. Bruford, which is a shout out to the mechanic who taught me when I trained in the motor trade. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago from some illness, and I just wanted to give a bit of a shout out because he was a chap I respected quite a lot. Here is a roof on the goods shed. Finally, I've got a roof on the goods shed. That is made with the gable end is coffee stirrers, which you know I like to do. I like to do weathered wood with coffee stirrers. The tiles, or slates rather, they are plasticard slates. Can't remember who I got them from. Don't normally like doing that because they just seem to be so expensive. You don't get very much, and such a small panel. I had to do a join, and you can kind of see the join there in the middle of the screen now, but it's kind of disguised a little bit. So let's come out a bit. It's a bit dark on this side. Another new piece is the goods yard crane. Unfortunately, the light's not very good. Let's see if we can bring the light up a little bit. So that was given to me by a member of the club. It was broken. He refurbished it, and he'd seen that I'd tried to build one myself, and I'd completely overscaled it. So he said, "You might want this one." So we've got one there. Another new building, or at least I can't remember if I had the frame for it. It's the engine shed is done and now has a roof as well. The roof, the structure of the engine shed is 3D printed, filament printed wood beams, wood effect beams. The roof is cardboard then with tin foil, like kitchen foil, or aluminium foil, whatever it is, kitchen foil, which is pressed into shape and then painted as rusty as I can get it within reason. And then I tried to add some moss, and I don't think it's helped really. I probably should have left it without that. It's a pity really, but it is how it is, and so I have to kind of live with that. On top of, I'm not sure whether I actually had the parapet and the roof for the back of the Bell End Sack Company. The roof is now on it. There's also a bracket on there to hold the little Budget Model Railways walkabout controller. I think that was new, not the controller, but the roof was not included on the last one. I think the only other thing to show you is the fiddle yards. There are now two 4-foot long fiddle yards at either end, with an isolation switch so that you can have it in the middle. None are powered. That one's powered. That one's powered. And that's the same on both ends of the layout. And there's the other fiddle yard. there's a train on it at the moment because although I did a running session last night and I've packed everything away, I've left that one there because I think my daughter would quite like to have a little run of today. One other thing, can't remember if this was here. I've got another one of the pulse width modulation controllers with my own designed and 3D printed enclosure. Basically, that controller there controls all the tracks. Can control all the tracks on the layout, or if you switch this rotary switch to that position, then the branch line is controlled by the walkabout controller. This allows two people to operate the layout. One person can be building trains and bring them on the fiddle yards and bringing them in, and then the other operator can be doing the shunting within the actual yard itself. I think that's pretty much it now. I don't think there's anything else that has been added that you wouldn't have seen in a previous video. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. I'm Dibley and this is Dibs Shunting Yard.